Blessings. Welcome to Life's Place. Yo, I got another thought. You gotta let people be. It's the world. We're all experiencing this human life as one, as our own. And some people just got like an ego bigger than the fucking universe, yo. The same one that feels as though that they are writing up your story with the most high, that they could do whatever they want to and you can't, or you're not allowed to do this, and while they are able to do this type of shit, ego. Some people feel as though they can one up you, all because you're you, and instead of just focusing on themselves to focus, to one up themselves to feel better, therefore when they look at other people they don't feel bad, or tap into their own insecurities and weakness and try to do some weak shit to other people that shows, express that they're insecure. It's like it's the weirdest of shit that people really do show out their outbursts as to, their insecurities more so than just being themselves. It's the ones that will poke holes at other people, that they're bad, they're doing this, they're doing that. Meanwhile, they are just doing the most negative type of shit. They want to paint you out to be, damn, this is the same motherfucking energy, yo. Get a job. Yo, fucking do something. Color, draw. Don't be afraid to color, outside of the lines and shit. Go outside. If you got a backyard, go outside and lay naked on the grass. Touch the grass, yo. Let your whole body feel the fucking grass. Roll around in that bitch, yo. Feel the earth. Trying to heal all of that shit going on, so therefore we can move past this one upness type of energy. Because don't nobody give a fuck. Because everybody going through the same shit, right? It's called life, right? It's just the choices that we all made. Some people really regret the choices that they have made. Therefore, those choices are now showing up in their face as to the choices that they made because of the energy that they chose to live off of and thrive off of at the times that they made those choices. Therefore, they didn't really think about themselves in the long run. They thought about themselves at that moment to get that temporary fix. Therefore, it fed their ego in a way where they didn't think later on they would need to eat that same motherfucking ego in return. It's like, some people want to do what they do because they want to do it because, their ego lets them tells them along with other, flying monkeys. They tell them that they can do it too, and that's be bad at I'm bad to people. And I wrote this shit down. I know I did. The ones that want to do some negative shit to people, they want to be toxic. They want to be the gaslighters. They want to be the love bombers. They want to be all of that shit, but be themselves, right? They don't want to be themselves. They want to be the fake flexers, yo. They want to call you broke because of the way you live in the car you drive and the shoes you're wearing, the clothes you got and shit like that. Because in their definition, the way that they see your light, they put so much value on their light. That's the reason why they try to devalue you so much. Therefore, everything that you put on, what you driving, ain't up to par to what they see you as. So they are literally, this is sad though, because it's a mindset that people really do put themselves on to think that the attention that they want is really the attention that they're seeking, when in truth the attention that they want is going to be a mirror's reflection to their projections. Because it seems that some people really do want to pull you down from where you're climbing up when it comes to yourself and your own journey, all because they feel as though you're going higher than them from where they see themselves at. It's like people cap themselves, they limit themselves to their own view because it's only nearsighted. They could only see how far other people go, therefore they don't see themselves going any further but to stop the person in front of them, but to go in front of that person that's in front of them, never realizing just how much further they can go on their own fucking path if they focused on their shit. Because some people, this shit is a waste of time. It's like some people will take their own bricks off their own foundation. They will take their own sticks off their own fucking home because they're upset. We've all gone through these sessions, right? Where our anger really made us destroy our own shit to the point that we had to be the one to replace it. And then we run into them motherfuckers that, what? They want to destroy your shit to the point that you either take them to court to replace your shit or you just do away with it and replace it yourself. It's like we all go through cycles where we either learn from the cycle or we fucking repeat them because that's what feeds our ego. And some people's egos are bigger than a motherfucking program where they feel as though that they are the fucking program that you're supposed to follow. But not everybody's set up like that, yeah. Not everybody. Don't nobody give a fuck that much, right? But some of us are taught to not give a fuck because of the fact that some people really give that much fuck about you and your life, but they will try to misconstrue your life to other people and try to rewrite your life as if they are your people and that they can write you out of your own life just so that they can have they people sit in and be you as you in your life because they found somebody better than you to be you. That's the fake flexer. Yo, how you fake flex somebody else's energy, yo? That is a real question. Because we've been seeing imitations of such when it comes to the portrayals of the actors on TV and in the movies and shit, right? But how does one do that in the physical? Really take someone's aura off of them and place it on themselves. That's a lot of pretending. That's the fake flexer. That's the one that got to rob everybody, digging everybody's pockets to make it seem like you're the gold digger, but they are. But they got to do it in a slick way. You know, they got to be. You ever met that person that, slickly trying all of a sudden you buying them lunch when it was only from you buying them lunch, but they tapped into that empathy, they tapped into that compassion, that sympathy and shit. So now you feel bad you buying lunch for two type of shit. That type of motherfucking conversation. Motherfuckers got gift the gabs and shit. All of a sudden you buying them groceries, you paying bills because now all of a sudden you feel like you a part of the house. You the man of the house. You the woman of the house. You supposed to be doing this and shit. It's that gaslighting, that love bombing. It's filling in the gaps where we need to learn those lessons where we don't slip into those roles, right? Unknowingly. But some people are good like that, yo. Some people is ill with they shit to the point that they you writing out your whole shit in your will because of them. People is good. It's psychological, yo, and they tap with your heart. It's like some people are more upset the fact that the choices that you made played out right for you. It's like people play cards, they gamble with their own life, whereas they feel as though that they can play with your life and make their life better. Whereas that that portion of you, the causes that they cause for your life to be fucked up, they never expect for the effects to ever happen to them, where they're not prepared because of the fact that they took their own bricks from their own foundation and stability. They took their own sticks and their own stones from their own foundation to throw it at you, to try to stop you, to one up you, but never thinking that you will reuse and recycle what they threw at you. So you can build stronger and better for you. Therefore, your foundation can't be knocked off, nor can your stability when it comes to you. But they tearing themselves to pieces because they always got to replace and refix and try to find new pieces and new people and new things to build up their foundation again, which is still going to be rocky because it's built off of everybody else and not themselves. You gotta let people do as they do because most are not prepared for what it is that they brought out. Therefore, all that shit keep coming back, yo. It's history repeats itself, it recycles itself because of what people said back then comes back whenever. It sneaks up, you know. But it's a build up. It's a teaching moment for everyone that every time we do speak out some bad shit, expect it to come the fuck back. But in turn, the less and less the focus is on the shit other people do when it comes to what they do for them. Yo, all that goodness comes back to you. But it's a wave. People go through it. We all go through it. It's one war after another, but it's all mental and psychological at the same time. Note the most I got you. Have a good one. Bye.